Get in here, get in here, get in here, best friends, because I'm gonna teach you 7 signs that he is the one. These are the signs that you want to look for in a guy, or if you're with a woman, in a woman, to be able to determine, is this person someone that I should be investing my energy into for a long-term relationship? Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not a conclusive list of traits that someone must have for them to be a good husband, a good wife, a good long-term partner to you. You may read this list and find that the person you're in a relationship with or looking to be in a relationship with only has maybe half of these. That's fine. But what I want you to do is look at this list as sort of a baseline of traits that you should be looking for in a partner. Perhaps someone may be lacking one of these signs, but they make up for it in another area that really compensates for that. That's fine. But ultimately, I want you to start thinking about what is the baseline of must-haves that you deserve in a long-term partner. Of course, if you're new to my channel, what I want you to do is to make sure you subscribe and hit that bell to turn on your notifications. If you're watching me on Facebook or Instagram, make sure you follow me as well and be as active as possible. In fact, do this for me right now. Share this video, share, so that your other friends and people in your network can see it, because it's going to be absolutely wonderful. All right, so let's get started, and feel free to comment as I go through this, because I want to know some other signs from you that you know are great things to look for in a partner that indicate that they are going to be someone who could be the one. Sign number 1, he makes room for you in his life. I'm going to tell you this right now. When somebody is in love, when someone is looking to build a long-term relationship, when somebody is ready for commitment, they can never be too busy. I don't care if they are the busiest person on earth. Shoot, even Barack make time for Michelle. Even Jay makes time for Beyonce. Even A-Rod makes time for J-Lo, all right? It doesn't matter how big their hustle is, they will make time to include you in their life. So you have to stop accepting excuses from these men who tell you, oh, I would love to hang out with you, but I'm too busy. Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Yeah, just hit me up in a week. Hit me up this time, hit me up that time. I ain't doing this. Let me tell you a story real fast, okay? I meet this guy, he was tall, he was handsome, he was all these wonderful things, baby. And he says to me, we should hang out, we should have dinner. I said, of course, that would be great. In my mind, I was saying, yes, daddy. But in my head, but out loud, I said, okay, cool, we could do that. We could do that. And so then he's like, well, let's figure it out. So I hit him up maybe a couple days later. I was like, hey, so my schedule is like this over the next week. When you want to hang out? He was like, oh, well, I'm really busy, but yeah, let's check back with each other in a couple days. I said, cool, everybody got one of those in my book. So I hit him up a couple days later, and I was like, hey, just hitting you up, because I hit people up normally at the beginning of the week just so I can make sure my week is scheduled properly. And again, if I'm interested in you, I will make time for you. So I'm like, hey, just want to make time for you this week. Did you figure out a time yet? And he was like, yeah, my schedule's really busy. Yeah, hit me up in a couple days. Baby, what I won't do is chase the man, okay? Because what I know to be true is that if you are interested in more, if you're ready for more, if you're interested in me, you will make room in your life. So what I chose at that point in time was I said, you know what? Sounds like you're really busy right now at this point in your life. Just hit me up when things free up. Have a great week, King. I'm real sweet about it, but what I won't do is try to force fit my way into somebody's life. I used to do that when I was young. I'm not doing that no more. What you have to recognize is that when a man is ready for more in his life, he makes room for that more. I don't care if he works all the time. He gotta say, hey babe, throw on something cute, come to this work event with me, because I gotta hustle, I gotta do what I gotta do, but you come here with me. He will make room. I don't care if he's exhausted from working all day. He'll say, baby, I'm tired, I don't want to go nowhere, but could you just come by the house and we'll just chill out and watch TV? I'll order food, I'll cook. I can't do nothing, I ain't got no money, or I'm working too hard, whatever it may be. I just want to spend time with you. So for me at this point in my life, if a man is not willing to make room in his life for me, then I recognize that he's not the one for me, period, end of story. Sign number 2, he is sensitive to your needs. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, no one is going to ever be able to fill every void in your life and meet every need that you have. There's no one out there like that. You're the only person who can truly do that for yourself. You have to learn how to do that for yourself if you've not learned how to do that yet. But that doesn't mean that we can't find partners who will be sensitive to our needs, who will be sensitive to our stuff, who will be sensitive to the things that are very important to us. But even if they can't meet us at that point, or even if they can't accommodate that need, they at least will recognize hey, this is something that's important to you, and here's how I can meet you halfway. Or this is something that's important to you, I'm not able to address it in this way, but this is another thing I can do as an alternative. You want to pay attention to that, because when you look at a long-term relationship, after the infatuation is worn off, after the newness is worn off, when y'all are just in this thing and y'all are in year 4, year 5, year 40, what's going to matter more to you is not how this person's body looks, not what's happening in the bedroom, not nothing else, but how does this person make me feel? Do they make me feel emotionally safe? Does this person make me feel like they got my back emotionally? So pay very close attention to how does this person respond to your needs? How does this person respond to the things that you are sensitive about? Do they handle them in a way that's respectful and caring, or do they kind of act like they don't care? Pay attention to that, because if they can't be sensitive to your needs, then this is not someone that you should be looking towards for a long-term relationship. The third sign that they could be the one, and click like and share on this one, is that he is able to apologize when he's wrong, but here's the key to it, without you having to prompt him to apologize. Here's the thing, if I gotta come to you and be like, you hurt my feelings and I think you need to apologize, and you're like, oh yeah, my bad, I'm sorry, and I gotta always tell you that you're wrong or tell you that you hurt me for me to get an apology out of you, that ain't a real apology. What that is that's just him throwing you a little verbal bait to appease you so that you can stay hooked into him. Understand this, baby, okay? Not everyone's gonna always know when they step on your toes, but the closer you get to someone and the more time you spend around them, the more they'll be able to kind of see the signs and the symptoms that, hold on, something's not right. I think I may have said something that kind of hurt you there. And even if they don't know what they need to apologize for, they'll dig deeper and say, hold on, baby, I'm feeling like the energy is a little bit kind of different here. You know, after I said this, you kind of changed how you were doing, or after I did this, I kind of noticed the tide changed here. And you say, well, yeah, baby, because you have a responsibility in this too. You got to be honest with them. You can't be like, I'm fine. Because how can a man apologize for something and take accountability for something if you don't tell him what he did, you know? But so you be honest with them and you be like, okay, well, yeah, you know, this happened, that happened, the other happened. And then he hears it and he's able to say, you know, baby, I'm sorry. And here's the key, here's the thing. The key, this is sort of like a part B to this one. He's able to apologize even in moments where he didn't intentionally hurt you. Here's the thing we have to recognize. It is a very immature mindset that I should only apologize when I believe that I'm wrong. Sometimes it's about saying, you know what, I'm sorry that I impacted you in that way when I said or did that. That wasn't my intention. Let me explain to you what my intention was. And I know that my intention doesn't take away from the pain that you experienced or the discomfort that you went through as a result of my action or my words, but at the very least, I do want to apologize because I would never want to hurt you. That takes a person who can recognize that even though we are in disagreement, even though we may be in a moment of tension, having long-term peace with you is more important than trying to prove a point to you about who's right and who's wrong. Or, I ain't do nothing. Let me tell you this, the people out there who are emotionally stubborn are the people who end up in and stay in very toxic relationships, or relationships that are not able to stay in a very healthy place. So one of the things that I look for in a man to be able to see, is this somebody who's going to be able to be that king who could be in my life for the long term? Is he able to apologize without having to be prompted? Is he able to apologize for his impact even when his intentions were not negative? Because I know that's what I'm going to do. So pay attention to that, because I'll tell you this, when you have two people who can hold themselves accountable in a relationship and two people who are more focused on peace rather than proving a point, I'm telling you, you are setting the stage to have a relationship that'll be able to operate in a really emotionally beautiful place. The next sign that he may be the one that, baby, you need to give him that ring size so that he can wipe you up, is that he's committed to his emotional health. Now, I'm gonna say this right now. All of us got stuff. All of us got baggage. All of us got things going on, okay? Unless you met somebody the day that they were born and that's the day y'all got married, the reality is that we all have been through some things. We all got triggers. So I'm not saying that somebody needs to be 100% emotionally healthy in every single way, shape, or form, because you're not even that, boo-boo. You know you're not. I know I'm not. But here's what I look for. I look for, what's your level of commitment to your emotional health? Are you aware of your triggers? Are you aware of your stuff? Do you know the things that exist within you and lurk within you in your shadows that can sometimes come across as toxic? Are you aware of the things that your exes may have felt about you that just didn't add up or just didn't work out well for them? Are you aware of who you are? Because once you're aware of who you are, you can address who you are. And once you can address who you are, you can then get about the business of being your best self. So what I look for in determining is someone committed to their emotional health is, are you in therapy? And if not, are you willing to go? Let me tell you this, the quickest way for me to grab my bags and be like, I'm out this thing, is for me to meet a man and for him to tell me, I've never been to therapy and I'm unwilling to ever go if I need to. Honey, that's not sexy, okay? You're not showing me strength. What you're showing me is the signs of someone who's broken and who's unwilling to be repaired, okay? We all got stuff, and what I know to be true is that when the infatuation wears off and all that zha-zha-zhu wears off from our relationship and we're in the thick of it, we're in the realness of it, if we ever need to go to couples counseling, or you ever need to go by yourself, or I need to go by myself, I need to know, are you willing to do the things that need to be done to address some of the parts of ourselves that could keep us from having a healthy relationship? I'm just not willing to do that. So with that understood, for me, if a man's not committed to his emotional health, then he's not the man that I want to commit to, period, dot, end of story. Now, the next sign to look for to me is so important, is that he is committed to showing you that he cares about you. How do you receive love? And then he's going to go out of his way to show you love in that way. Now, let me be very clear with you about this, okay? You need to make sure that he does not sacrifice his own happiness to go out of his way for you, because what you don't want is some cuckoo man where he's like, look everything I did for you and you still don't love me. Why don't you love me? Why don't you love me? I did everything you could ever want. No, we don't need that, okay? When I say go out of his way, what I mean is really he goes above and beyond to make sure that it is abundantly clear to you that I see you, I see how you like to be loved, and I'm going to intentionally love you in that way so much you never have to question or doubt if I am here for you and if I'm rocking for you. Now, this is a big one, and some of y'all be looking by this, and I've looked by this myself. Okay, I've looked past it and ignored it, but it is so vitally important. He shares your core values. Now, when I talk about core values, what I'm talking about is things like what you see as right and wrong, he sees as right and wrong. How you think is the best way to treat people and treating people with respect, he sees things in that way. I'm talking about core values around things like monogamy. I'm talking about the values around things that are most important to you, your core values. You all have to have compatible core values. This is something that can't be compromised on, because at the end of the day, if you don't have the same values and you don't have compatible values, the relationship is going to fall apart. You know, you can compromise on many things like, okay, baby, I want to have a house in the hills and you want to have a house in the city. Okay, we can compromise and figure something out there. But what you can't compromise on is, hey, I believe in monogamy and you don't. Or, hey, you know, I believe that it's wrong to lie, cheat, or steal, and you think that it depends on the circumstance. You can't compromise on that. So to me, I can't see you as my future king if we don't have the same core values. Before I go to the final sign that he could be the one, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Click share on this video, tag friends, and comment below. I love to read my comments and see what you all are saying, and sometimes I even call out my commenters. So comment below, best friend, and let me know what are some other signs that you recognize that somebody may be the person that you should stick with for the long haul. All right, so the final sign that he could be the one for you is that he respects your boundaries. This is so vitally important. We all have boundaries. What boundaries are those are the things that protect our peace. Those are the things that allow us to feel healthy and whole. And boundaries can come in many different shapes and sizes, and that's the reality. That your boundaries are your boundaries, and there should be no one in your life, especially somebody that you sharing a bed with or sharing your life with, who's telling you that your boundaries are wrong, that you should compromise on your boundaries, or that somehow or another you should put your boundaries on the back burner so that this person can fit comfortably in your life. If you can't be in my life with my boundaries, then understand it ain't gonna work out, because my boundaries are like our third wheel. My boundaries are always here. Here's my boundaries right here. They always sitting right here. Right here with me. So you say, move your boundaries out the way. No, baby, these are my boundaries. Because you got yours here, sit yours here too, baby. We're gonna both have our boundaries. Hey boo, our boundaries can date. You see how that works? You know what I'm saying? Double date this thing here. But what I won't do is get rid of my boundaries. My boundaries keep me healthy. In fact, a healthy man is going to want you to have boundaries. A man who don't want you to have boundaries, who's gonna let you walk all over him, is a man who you don't want to be with. A man who is going to expect you just to let him do any old kind of thing. Baby, does that sound right to you? That he don't want you to hold him accountable? No, baby. So I want you to pay attention to that. That's what you should be doing during your single days. That's what you should be doing when you're at the beginning of a relationship, is deciding, what are my boundaries? What do I need in a relationship? What do I need for myself that allows me to feel healthy and whole, so that I can communicate those things to other people so that we can have a healthy relationship? And to that same point, you need to be receptive to hear their boundaries so you can make sure that everybody's getting their boundaries met. Now, of course, as time time goes along, your boundaries may kind of begin to evolve and they may begin to merge with that other person where you're not compromising on them, but you're willing to release some of them. Because in the beginning of a relationship, let's be real, you barely know the person. Even in the first year of a relationship, you be there a full year and you still learning stuff about the other person. So in the beginning, you're kind of still learning each other, and you may have higher boundaries, bigger boundaries, because you're still protecting yourself. But once you see this person is rocking with you, they got your best interest at heart, and vice versa, you may relax some of those boundaries because you know that it's not required with this person. You can feel safe with this person. And at that point in time, you do that. But until you get to that point where you feel perfectly safe with that person, you need to hold on to your boundaries, because remember, boundaries are there for a reason, and they are there to protect our peace and protect our wholeness. So if you like this video, you already know what I'm gonna ask you to do. Click like, and I want you to comment below, share, and make sure you subscribe to this channel or click that follow button so you can get more videos like this from me. I'm MJ Harris, best friend. I always call my viewers best friends because that's what y'all are to me. I love you to death, baby, and I'm here to help you live your best life.